You say force feedback, I say Moza, because they're back with brand new gear, fresh out of the box and ready to shake up the mid-range flight sim market. We got the AB6 Force Feedback Base, the all-new MHG Flight Grip, and the fully customizable MTQ Throttle Quadrant. This is a complete setup aimed right at flight sim enthusiasts who want immersion without breaking the bank. So stick around and let's find out if Moza really has what it takes to lift us into the virtual skies even on a low-cost ticket. Only here at How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti and tonight we're taking a look at the brand new Moza flight lineup, the MTQ Throttle Quadrant, the AB6 Force Feedback Flight Base and the modern MHG Flight Stick Grip. These products just released and I've been testing them for over a month now in DCS, Microsoft Flight Simulator and other sims to see if Moza really managed to bring true force feedback to the mid-range segment. Spoiler warning, they kinda did. If you're new here, How I Play is a combat flight sim news channel where we cover DCS content, news and other simulator platforms alongside reviews for products that would come in handy for our niche market. Since the review embargo is now lifted, let's get into the nit and gritty and talk about these products. The devices arrived in the usual high protected boxes by Moza, perfectly packed to withstand any issues during transport. It's a joy to open them up and find all the high quality products they produce. No basic cardboard experience here, and Petrovic likes it. I do. The Moza AB6 brings 6 Nm of consistent detail force feedback, half the torque of the AB9 12 Nm, but with the same precision and tactile feel. It's powered by a high-torque outrunner motor wrapped in a solid metal chassis and features 8 programmable RGB buttons plus 2 analog sliders, something that the AB9 never had. Throughout the Moza cockpit software, you can tweak everything, centering force, dampening, friction, even in-flight vibration simulation. And while it's smaller and lighter than the AB9, it still punches way above its weight in precision. Flying the Hornet or the Apache in DCS felt incredibly responsive, trimmer logic works just like it should, and the stick locks into position beautifully. And yes, just like the AB9, it can double as a shifter. That's a fun little bonus. Meanwhile, flying the brand new Fulcrum in DCS and getting an actual trimmed experience vastly improved my immersion within DCS. Moza even confirmed that a standalone Fulcrum profile will be implemented very soon within the Moza Cockpit app. Music to my ears. The MHG Flight Stick looks very modern, even has a little sci-fi vibe if you ask me. It has a 2-stage trigger, multiple hat switches, 4 buttons, and even a lockable Z-axis, great for both helos and fixed-wing aircraft. The outer shell is high-quality plastic, a bit lighter than expected, but a metal connector gives it strength and durability, a smart move by Moza, considering how some other brands have, let's say, snapped under pressure. The grip pairs perfectly with the AB6, translating every movement and feedback pulse directly. For most users who plan to desk mount their setup instead of building a full sim pit, this combo is absolutely spot on. Now let's talk about the MTQ Throttle Quadrant, Moza's new modular throttle design for everyone from fighter pilots to airline captains. You get 4 independent axes, smooth adjustable dampening, and an authentic detent system that's fully customizable. The default fighter-style levers come with a tactile afterburner locks and idle detents, perfect for jets like the Hornet or Viper. But Moza didn't stop there. They've also introduced the optional Airbus and Boeing-style levers, both around $39 each. The Airbus ones have that familiar detent structure and reversers, while the Boeing version includes a lift-to-arm reverser levers and toga button, all feeling surprisingly authentic for the price range. On the throttle base itself, you got 10 buttons, 3 rotary knobs, 3 toggle switches, a landing gear lever, and 6 RGB lit buttons customizable through software. There's also a TDC mini stick, radar, rotary, and side switches that feel right at home in DCS or MSFS. Now, material-wise, yes, it's composite plastic, but it feels solid. The motion is smooth and the detents are satisfying. And a nice touch, it connects directly to the Moza flight base via the RJ11, saving a USB port. But it's not all perfect. For example, only part of the throttle base lights up. The knobs and switches could really use some illumination, especially for night flying. Also, I was hoping to see a button function on the throttle paddles themselves for things like engine start. For the grip, the buttons feel a bit on the softer side. I'd prefer sturdier plastic or a mechanical style click for a long-term use. That said, it's clear that Moza went for a budget-conscious design to make this lineup accessible, and it shows in a good way. After a month of flying with these, I can honestly say Moza is listening. They've managed to bring real force feedback and modular control to a mid-range price point, without compromising too much on quality or functionality. If in the past you've been curious about the Moza ecosystem, but the premium gear was a bit out of reach, this is your starting line. From combat flight sims like DCS to commercial aviation in MSFS, this setup adapts beautifully. And if we are to take a look at their experience with racing products and their already known ecosystem for wheels and pedals, I think we can rest assured we will see more things added to the brand new Moza Flight ecosystem. These products are available globally starting now, and if you decide to pick one up, you can use our affiliate link as it helps the channel and tells Moza we did a good job keeping you informed. You'll find everything in the video description. A huge thanks to Moza for sending these brand new products for review. They didn't require us to follow any script, and everything you heard today are my thoughts only. If you find this review helpful, hit the like button, drop a comment with your setup plans, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest in combat flight simulation. As always, I'm Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.